What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Futur Academy. This is the brand new channel, so I hope many of you guys who are used to seeing us on the regular channel have made it over. You've jumped over the digital divide. On today's episode of Logo Therapy, we have two brand new therapists. Let's get right into it because I know you don't want to hear from me. You want to see what they're doing. So, Jonah. There we go, Logo Therapy. Two new therapists are joining us today, Marcus Rentsch and Hadeel Ahmad. They're both joining us, doing two logos. There they are. You know how this format works. It's two logos, two designers today. And it's 2 by 2. And there they are, the two beautiful, lovely therapists that were joining us. Marcus Rentsch. Here's how you get in touch with him on Instagram. It's at Marcus_Rentsch. He's from Hamburg, Germany. And this is some of his work, some really cool work. He's really good at designing crests and line drawings like this. And he might even do some logo grading for us. Who knows? Because I saw some of his work. And also joining us today from Amman, Jordan is Hadeel Ahmad. And you can find her on Instagram at Hadeel S. Ahmad. And this is some of her work. And you may recognize some of her work because it's been talked about or at least mentioned in some of our subgroups on Facebook, you guys. So definitely check her out. She's really good. I don't know who's whistling, but it's like somebody's a human beatbox over there. Okay, so up first, submitted his work, Stanley VM. Stanley, very masculine designer. Stanley VM did this logo. Be curious. And I looked at this and I'm very curious about it. It looks pretty good. I like that there's a B and there's a question mark. But Marcus, what are you going to do with this? Welcome to the show, Marcus.
Hi.
Hey! Yay! Look at your lighting and the shallow depth of field. Doing good. All right. Take us through your process. What are you going to show us?
So just want to show you guys the logo itself. As you mentioned before, it got a question mark. But I think we got a problem here when we don't have the colors. So
right.
And we can just spot the question mark. So also some people commented on Facebook that it looks more like a P than a question mark.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought I'm going to change that because the concept itself works great. I think so. Yeah. So I just played a video, I guess.
Yes. So let's get into it. And are you going to talk over the video?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I tried to. So okay, I just opened it in Photoshop and doing my sketches. Usually I don't sketch digital, but I saw in the recent episode with Mart Beeman, I guess, from the Netherlands.
Yes.
He did this very, very good. So I'm gonna show you guys how I did this in Photoshop because I think it's just better to show you through the process. So,
you know what? For a second there, I was fooled. I thought you were doing this live. I was like, hey, he's opening up Photoshop, guys. You're so smooth. This is the video screen recording, right?
I had to just do this videos like I think 4 times faster because I'm super slow. Kind of a slow coach here, so I just had to fasten it up.
Yeah.
And I'm just starting to sketching. I'm just trying to how could I place the question mark inside the B. By the way, my sketches are super messy, so don't judge me here.
Don't judge. Don't judge.
And then I was like, what if I rotate the question mark? Is it still recognizable? Can you see it? I don't know. I was curious.
So you're being curious.
Yeah. And in the third sketch, I was thinking, what if I just use a different shape for the question mark? Because it's like, there's like 2 main shapes of a question mark, right? Just a second, it's more rounded. So
Now, as you're working through this, I just want to remind everybody that's tuning in, if you're watching us in a classroom or you're sitting there thinking, nah, I could do better than that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, who knows? But I do want to say this thing, that the whole point of us inviting people to come on the show, and even the reason why we do what we do, is just to show you how other people think through a problem. So I think there's lots to learn whether or not you agree with the solutions or the decisions that's been made. And I think sometimes when you see the way somebody works, in this case, Marcus was saying how he saw Mart sketching in Photoshop, that gave him an idea to try in Photoshop too. And so that's the beauty of design. When we share our process with one another, we can learn something.
Right. So, and this sketch, it looks more like a 2, so I was like, oh, nah, this does not work. And I was like, what if I take the second sketch and use the angle, but use it kind of open negative space, like you can see this. I'm just drawing this.
Oh.
So it felt very dynamic, and there's a lot of going on here. It's like some motion, negative space, and this is the sketch I just took and built up the shape in Illustrator. So I can just speed it a bit up, so you can see. Normally I don't. I'm not the guy who just scans the sketches and then open it up in Illustrator and then trying to build the construction above the sketch, because I think it's messy. So I'm always trying to do a proper gridding when I'm sketching. So later, when I build the shape in Illustrator, I know what to do. So this is basically what I just did.
Yeah. You keep talking, or you keep playing the video. I just want to welcome people who are watching us on the regular Facebook, Instagram account, just to make that jump. Go ahead and do it right now. Swipe up. Is that how you have it set up?
Just a link.
It's just a link.
So we already have the link in the chat.
We got the link in the chat already? Okay. And those of you guys that are tuning in live, go ahead and start hitting your questions. I think we have Mark and Jonah and Ricky and Mike and Bobby and Flynn and Carrie. They're all watching the comments right now.
Don't forget about Jerry.
And Jerry. I forgot Jerry. Jerry, I'm so sorry, Jerry.
Don't forget about Jerry.
Yeah. Now you've laid out some lines to kind of help you guide the angles so that they're consistent?
Yes. I use the 30 degree as angles. So yeah, 30 degrees. So I'm just trying to refine the sketch a bit.
Oh, now it's starting to turn into something here. I think I know where you're going with this, Mark. And I like the direction because you're using the negative space to form the question mark, but you're also creating very two dynamic interlocking shapes. I'm concerned that the question mark is getting lost, but let's see where you take this.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, listen.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So I'm just fill that shape with white because the logo is mostly used on a black surface. So just try to imagine how it would look like. So I'm gonna refine the sketch and then take the sketch and open it up in Illustrator. So now we are an Illustrator, and I take the sketch. And I always use the default grid in Illustrator because I think it's super comfortable. You can just hide it and show it.
Yep. And you have Snap to Grid turned on?
Yeah, sure. Every time.
So are you, at this point, you're pretty comfortable with your sketch that you're going to proceed into vectorizing it now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just building the grid deconstruction. I'm starting with the B. I tried to show you guys what I did with the circles by moving my mouse cursor around.
Yep. I like Jonah cutting in your face there from time to time. That's a good crop there, Jonah. Nice.
Well, thank you, Chris.
I like it. Later when you watch this back, Marcus, you're like, oh, that was kind of cool. Okay.
So now what I did was I just put some strokes and aligned them with the circles, and then I rotate them 30 degrees.
Yes.
So
there's something very soothing and therapeutic just seeing grid lines in construction. I think there's a a designer thing that's going on here.
Oh, for sure.
I forgot to ask you, Marcus, can you welcome people who are watching us in Germany in German? Can you welcome them to the future and tell them what you're doing in German?
Of course. Guten Tag. Herzlich willkommen zur Future. Ja, und ich hoffe, ihr habt Spaß beim Zuschauen.
Excellent.
Nice.
Guten Tag. All right.
Genau. Guten Tag.
Beautiful. Ooh, now it's starting to get a little, you're offsetting the circles now, huh?
Yeah. I just stretched the circle a bit, so I squeezed it.
You squeezed
See?
it?
You will later see why I did this. So, okay, I think now we got everything to build our shapes. Now I'm just gonna flip the circles and rotate them by 30 degrees.
I see.
Okay, so,
Everything's on that 30-degree angle, right?
right.
Yes.
So,
So precise. So German. The best engineers in the world.
best cars, yeah.
Yes, that's right. No doubt.
I agree.
So now I got everything to build the shape. I just copied the layer, and now I'm starting with the B. Very simple stuff, very basic stuff.
So you're deleting lines or just moving them, or are you going to use Shape Builder at some point?
I use the shape builder tool
Okay.
at some point. And then I just show my construction, so I can live corner tool.
I see.
And now we got the B, so I hide the B, and now I'm just trying to build the shape of the question mark.
That's the harder one of the two to draw.
The harder one.
Yes.
I adjust the lines, every single line from hand, because you could just use the shape builder tool, but what I often experience is that it adds unnecessary anchor points.
It does.
And I don't like that. I just want those anchor points from the circles you see, just
Clean.
those.
Only
clean,
the necessary,
like
yeah.
clean.
And perfect.
And I'm just trying to make sure the stroke is perfectly aligned with the circle. So what I did is it just, you can see this, was just double checking. So I'm just trying to mark the anchor point, and when everything shows up, I know it's perfectly aligned, so I can be sure everything is clean.
I see. The Germans are so precise. So precise. Now, some people were making fun of me before because they don't understand how we do this. When you take a circle and you rotate the circle, like, why is he rotating a circle? It's because you're actually rotating the anchor points, right? So
Right.
when you first have a circle, the anchor points are north and south and east and west perfectly at a 90-degree angle from each other. But when you take it and you rotate it, you fools. Oh, no, I'm going to be in good behavior. I told myself I'm not going to do this. You find people watching you and are curious-minded. You rotate the circle, and then therefore the anchor points rotate at the 30 degrees. And that's how he's able to get those things to line up.
That's right. So I think I just got almost everything to build the question mark. And I just need the like this one here from the bottom circle. So I'm try to the last bit. I think I made this super complicated because I couldn't remember it properly how I did this in the first place. So
Okay. So what are you doing right now?
You can you will see.
Okay.
So,
All right. Just you're like, shut up, watch, and learn.
Keep it down there, Chris.
Yeah. Don't
okay,
question
let's
me.
Just, all right. It's just one line I need. So this
That line right there.
that line.
Oh,
So
okay. I see.
that's it. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, now I use the shape builder tool, and I was just checking if it adds some unnecessary anchor points, but it didn't. So I was glad.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have both shapes and the dot.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can subtract the question mark from the B and use the light corner tools. And that's it.
Wow. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that.
So, and the final thing I did next was just to add some type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to integrate the type.
Just gonna show you guys, this circle is the smallest size of my construction, so this is my X. And I used like 2.5x for the spacing. So when the type starts.
I see.
Very precise.
It is very precise. I told
like
you
it.
the
Love
Germans
it.
are precise, Mark. They don't mess around. Asians, it's kind of like this. It kind of feels right. But I'm speaking for most Asians. Vietnamese, like myself, are just like Germans. We're very precise. I'm talking about the jungle Asian.
Hey.
Ali Wong, man. Ali Wong.
Oh.
Jungle Asian. She called me jungle Asian. I'm like, all right, fine.
So I think now I just try to add the type. Okay. It takes like forever. Okay. Sorry.
He did say he was slow at the beginning, right?
He surely did.
He did. And what typeface did you pick
font
there?
I used,
Mm-hmm.
it's called Poppins.
Poppins?
Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
The Google font, and they use it
Oh.
actually on their website. So
It's a nice looking typeface.
yeah, it's very clean. And when you look at the eye, you see what I did there with the circle. I used it in a question mark as well, so it works quite well.
It's the same
together.
size?
No, but almost.
Okay.
It's just a shape overall.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, some sans serif typefaces, the eye's squared and some are circular. And so it's nice that he found a typeface that there's some repeating elements. You want to be able to make those things related to each other. Mm-hmm. So there you are.
Yes.
So the way that you're working here, it almost seems like you're preparing this for an identity standards guide while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is perfectly like I would do it in for a real client, for
Yep.
example.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, awesome. Now, do you have the final? Can we see your AI file? Just like step out of the QuickTime movie. Let's just take a look at the finished thing in black, so that we can
Yes.
see that. And maybe you can put the before and after next to each other for us. Can you do that? Did Stanley give you the vector file of the original thing, or
Yes.
he did? Yes.
he gave me. By the way, his last name is Hiaganov.
Excellent. VM. Stanley VM. It is. Viaganmov.
Hiaganov. Yeah.
Nov.
I don't know.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay. All right. Let's zoom in there, please. Can we put them on top of each other, like A and B on top, and so that we can get a little closer into this, please?
yes.
Okay. let's hide all the palettes.
Nice.
And let's just take a look at this. Everybody, let's talk about this for a second. Tell us in the comments below. Do you like what Marcus did? Do you prefer the original? Tell us why. Don't just say I like it, I hate it. That's not really constructive. Let's practice the art of critique and formulating and articulating our opinion, okay? Now, the original I thought was really nice. It was simple, it was bold, but it did have a problem in that he's right. Without the colors, you cannot read this, and you got to make sure that the mark can be legible in black and white, because there will be many times when that's only the option. I thought perhaps a simple outline shadow behind the question mark could have solved that. Trimming a little bit of the hook on the question mark would make it look less like the P, and that would have solved it. And maybe some tighter integration between the Be Curious and the mark itself. For me, I think if you just made the mark smaller, that would have worked. Now, Marcus has taken on a whole different approach. He did several sketches and he arrived at this kind of, there's a certain style of question mark that looks exactly like the one that he's put up inside the B. If you explore your different typefaces, you'll see that, and that's why he was able to do that. I think his solution is interesting. I'm starting to feel like he's lost the question mark a little bit, but it's an interesting mark. It looks good. It's a nice lockup between those two things. It's just in the exploration. Maybe we've lost it a little bit. I think this would make an excellent mark for Pepto-Bismol, because it looks like an intestinal tract, you know, and something's going on there. Or maybe some liquid plumber kind of thing, like just let's clear up that clog. And I think his typeface was a very smart choice typeface. And I would recommend to Stanley maybe look at something where some of the elements tie together a little bit more, something like that. So very good job. Very good job. All right. Okay. Let's see. So you guys let us know. Do you prefer the original or Marcus's version in the comments? I'm sure he's going to read them and start crying instantly. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a mixed bag. We got a lot of different.
Up next is a logo submitted by Ashraf Lubani, and he did, or he or she, I don't know, did a mark for Sultan Coffee, and I like this. It's like nice line drawing icon, pretty cool. Holy cow! What is Hadeel going to do with this mark? Hadeel, welcome to the show.
Hi, Chris.
Yes, hi.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so take us through what you're going to do.
Give us 1 second, please.
Oh, give us one
Okay.
second. Okay, we're still working on the screen share.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
we're good. I see her. Do you see her?
Yeah. We're
Excellent.
getting another one set up.
Fantastic.
Now we are good.
And we're
Okay,
good.
yay. You are, by the way, a pioneer. You're the first woman to come on the show as a logo therapist, so congratulations. Trailblazing. Woo! Yes! Woo!
Yes.
Love it. Okay. Now, please, take us through your process.
Okay. I picked this logo. It's not the direction that I go for normally. So it's like a challenge for me. I usually go for geometric style designs. But this is going to be like an organic illustration. It's very geometrical for me now. So let's go through the process.
Hadeel, I'm a little disappointed right off the bat. I was hoping that you would wear a giant cup of coffee over your head. Look at that. It lines up perfectly. Next time, I expect more from you guys. Come in costume, be ready to go.
Next time.
Okay, beautiful. I've seen you on Instagram. I've seen you on social media. I'm glad I'm seeing you moving and talking in kind of real life in front of me. So this is fantastic.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, let's go through the first video. And before we start this, I got the reference picture from Shutterstock, so I can build the face upon it.
Well, that's a good-looking man.
Yes. I needed a mustache and a beard, and I like this the curves of his hair.
Yeah.
So I took the picture. I worked on the levels, so I get the shadow part of the face. Let me start by saying, the logo is going to be a negative space style design.
Okay.
So negative space designs focuses on the negative dark shades of an object, not the light one. So we build the dark parts, then we add the light parts. That's why I made his face very dark.
I see. You're just making really high contrast now, right?
Yes, exactly. So I start sketching, and normally I sketch on paper, but for this This episode I sketched on Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you also the sketch on paper.
Okay, super.
Okay. Sketches are better done with blue ink.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time.
Are you just using a normal brush right now?
Yeah, just a normal brush.
Mm-hmm.
On another layer. I'm highlighting the dark areas and the light areas of the face.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is going to be very interesting how you do this. And you're right. This is very different than normally how you design your logos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go for geometrical shapes. This is more of an organic, an illustration, not my serif. But it was a very interesting project to challenge myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What was the biggest difference you noticed from sketching in Photoshop compared to on paper?
Paper, you can control the pen more than you do on Photoshop. Although I do use a pen. This is my pen. I use it all the time. My computer is a touch screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Wacom. But paper and ink gives you a better feeling of the drawing. I don't use pencil. I use pen directly. I'm going to show you the hand sketch one. But on Photoshop, I needed to trace and vectorize the image.
Ooh.
I'm going to fast forward.
So you're tracing the contours right now? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
exactly.
And I just want to say hello to the 353 people that are tuning in live. I'm excited and happy to see you because this is a brand new channel, the Future Academy. So I'm so glad that you joined us today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Hadeel, I think you have a lot of fans. I think you have a lot of fans in here. So I'm just going to say that.
It's our community.
Yes.
Shout out to Designers Union.
Do you want to say
It's
hello
our
to them?
Arab community. Yeah, sure.
So say, what language do you speak?
Arabic.
Arabic? Okay, could you say something to them, please?
Yeah, sure. مرحبا ديزاينرز، كيف حالكم؟ كثير مبسوطة انكم كلياتكم موجودين معنا هلا لايف، واللي حيحضر برضه بعدين. ان شاء الله تستفيدوا من هاي الحلقة مني ومن ماركوس. بس خليكم معنا.
Yay! What was that? That was a lot. I thought you were just going to say hello, but that was like a whole thing. What'd you say?
Yeah. I said hi.
All right, I see how it's going to be. All right. Somebody will have to tell me later what she said. Type it in the chat, please. She's like, I'm sitting next to these idiots, and I'm going to show them how we do it. Represent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here, I was drawing the mustache and the beard, and then I decided I wanted the beard to have a hint of a coffee bean.
Oh.
So I erased some of the lines. Also, I didn't want him to have a Thanos beard. I didn't.
A butt chin?
So I edited, yeah.
Yes. Or a ball sack chin, is it, they said in the movie. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this video, I started vectorizing let me maximize my screen.
Zizu is saying, go Hadeel, you might know this person. And then Marwan said something in Arabic. I can't read it.
Yeah, a lot of people typing in Arabic.
Yeah, there's a lot of Arabic coming.
They are saying marhaba, hello.
A lot of fans here.
Yes, she brought her own community.
Yes, we have a huge community. We are a Designers Union. We are the Arabic community for designers. We are more than 96,000, I think.
Wow. And where are you based out of? Oh, I already said.
Yeah, we're online. We're a Facebook group.
Facebook group, okay.
Yeah, it covers designers of all fields, not only graphic designers. And it's directed to Arab designers because we don't have a community. I've started it 3 years ago. So we're doing what a union should do because we don't have unions for designers. Big plans for the future, inshallah.
I like it. So are you helping them to understand about best business practices, how to price, that kind of
Yes,
stuff?
yes.
Love
We are
it.
setting regulations. We have done
Wow.
I'm going to post the video.
Okay.
We've done minimum price lists for almost every graphic design and interior design, photography, illustrations. For designers not to go under that list.
Mm-hmm.
A minimal
Mm-hmm.
price. Yeah. Let's get back to the video.
Let's do it.
What I'm doing is I'm vectorizing the illustration. So I started with the guidelines, only the guides. I didn't do a grid system. I started by doing a basic geometrical shape, duplicated it, and rotated it, reflected it on the vertical. And then you're going to see how it's going to start shaping up, removing the corners. So illustrative logos takes a lot of time. They need like trial and error. You need to make your curves go very smooth. So this is like the rough first vector version of the illustration.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see how it ended up. I think I'm gonna do more.
You can do more after this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the feeling of transferring a sketch to a vector-based logo.
Mm-hmm. So when lines are near horizontal, then you just make them straight, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We can fast forward if you like.
Sure. You're using the pen tool. You're just going to do this. Everybody knows how to do this in theory, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Simple pen tool, simple geometrical shapes.
Right. I like it.
I'm building the black side first, the negative side first.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, the shadows first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will add the white parts.
Okay.
Let's fast forward. This is a very rough draft of the vector. I'm going to show you now.
Let us know if you guys have any questions. Those of you guys that are tuning in live today. Cold Coffee is saying, she's awesome.
Thank you. So this is the boring part of building a logo. I think this is the slow part. The more interesting part for me in building logos are the identities that come with the logos.
I see. You're more excited about that stuff, huh?
Yes, I am. And I did an identity for this logo for you. So it's not just a logo. And,
really?
Yeah, I want to show you the identity before we lose time. So let's cut off the video.
Can you scrub it to the end of the... Ooh.
Wow.
I started adding the mustache and the beard.
Yes.
And the beard.
Okay. And you rounded off some of the corners. I see that now, right? You rounded off the corner of his beard.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you draw half of it and mirror it over, or did you draw each side a little differently?
Yes, the symmetrical parts.
Yes.
The mustache and the beard. And then I did the coffee bean beard.
Nice. Nice subtle touch in there. You guys see that? It's Coffee Beard Man.
Yeah, let's go. So this is the original.
Yes.
We're going to go through like the presentation. This is the same presentation I provide to my clients. I want everyone watching not to just see a logo improvement. I want them to see how I present logos and identities to my clients, starting with the old logo, of course. And then you have the mood board. It's about Turkish coffee. So cool. I got some pictures about Turkish coffee and sultans. So this is Turkish coffee, a coffee bean, some sultan pictures.
I just want to let you guys know where the term sultan comes from. It's more or less the Arabic term for king.
Yeah, exactly. And the traditional hat is a tarbush. this is the tarbush,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be the
You're going to use
coffee
that,
cup.
right? Oh,
Yeah,
yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. I like how you think. I think you're very conceptual in your approach, in that you're always looking for a way to incorporate an idea, like the coffee bean in the beard, and of course the original had a coffee cup hat, but it's like you're consistent with that kind of thinking. I'm saying this because I just know more about your work and your approach. So keep going.
Yeah, this is my process. This is what I'm trying to teach also other interested designers. I have a process. I follow it every project, and it pays off. So the idea is I have to have a solid brief, and then I do a mind map. This is a simple mind map. Sometimes they go very more complex. Just state the name, what is needed, what do they do, and get some keywords that describes the business. In this case, it's just 2 words, and I get other keywords that describe each point. Okay, and then what I do is I try to sketch combining more or 2 or 3 of the keywords I've got, like king, crown, or maybe a cup. Okay, and this is the brand personality. I added some touch points. Sometimes most of the time you get them from the brief or from talking to your client. It directs the direction.
It's like you
the
know
logo
core.
and the identity.
What'd you
What?
say, Mark?
It's like she knows core.
She's doing her own version. I like it.
Yeah. So this is the sketch I did on Photoshop. This is the vectorized version I did on the videos.
Okay.
It's still not refined.
Okay.
And then these are the logo explorations.
Can you zoom in a little bit so we can see them a little bit better?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go to the Illustrator file.
Okay.
It's much easier.
Yeah.
Okay. So here are the explorations.
Yeah.
What I did is the Sultan's face, and I tried to make his features a little bit not angry like, but he's a Sultan, so he needs to be
serious, right?
Yeah,
regal.
Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The light is hitting his face this way,
Mm-hmm.
and you have his tarbush, his hat. It's also the coffee cup. Mm-hmm. You can see the top of it, and the 2 steam.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to change the color.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want him to look like a priest, or it doesn't look good this way. So I tried different approaches. And also I started with a closed face from this side, but then I ended open it from this side.
I see.
And then I went back to my mood board, and I found out that the sultans wear jewelry.
Oh, interesting. I just want to say something. I just want to say something. She's getting all these notifications from people on Behance following her during this live stream.
Behance is blowing up.
I think that's the chime. It's like, you guys, follow her after the show. You're interrupting the show.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to turn
Thousands
this
of you
off.
guys can follow her. It's like, pring, pring. You guys, they're all looking you up right now. It's hilarious.
I thought you didn't hear that.
No, we
I'm
hear
sorry.
everything. Okay, I love seeing this. I just want to say one quick thing. We're going to have to wrap this up pretty soon, but I want to say something. I love seeing the process and how you're working through this. And I just have to say, it's remarkable, the transformation that happens by adding the, how do you say it, tarbush?
Tarbush.
Tarbush. Tarbush, how she adds the Sultan's hat, and it doesn't look like a Viking guy anymore. It looks like somebody from the Arab world, right?
Yeah.
Guys, it's crazy.
Yeah. And the shape matches too.
The shape matches and it works. And then I like seeing the different collars that she's designing and pushing the lighting source, which really makes it more dramatic. And some of you guys are going to argue, and I'm not going to get into it with you today, but some of you guys argue that logos or icons like this, is it an illustration or is it an icon? And there is a point, and I don't know what it is, but there's a middle area that we're not sure. I can clearly look at an illustration and say that's an illustration, and I can clearly look at an icon and say that's an icon. But I think for me, in the middle is this thing that is figurative, like she has, but it's still very geometric and symmetrical and has that really strong sense of design. It's not just following what it looks like true to life. but it's highly stylized and it's reductive. So it's just what you need to see. That's it. Okay, show us how you apply this and take us home.
Okay. So this is the refinement of the logo. I added the established in 1950.
God, it looks so official now. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
This is the rationale I talked about.
Yes.
Okay, and then you're gonna find. I wanted to talk about this. I used this jewelry in the identity. I'm gonna show you later.
Okay.
So this is the final logo.
Nice. So use the serif typeface there. What typeface is that?
It's called Aver.
Aver.
Aver, yeah.
Okay.
Aver.
Okay.
But I tweaked it
Okay.
because I didn't want. I wanted the sharp edges
I see.
right over here. So I did some tweaks, and this is Proxima Nova. So
Proxima
this is
Nova,
the
okay.
primary font.
Yep.
This is the secondary font. And this is the main color, dark blue.
Yes.
This is the golden ratio and spacing of the logo. I wanted the Sultan to have a cut feel, like he's an oval picture. Okay, that's another part of the identity. Golden ratio is used only to make the design more appealing to the eye.
The proportions, yes.
Yeah, proportions. I did the seal design. The seal design is inspired also from the main logo. It says Sultan approved, roasted in Turkey, 1950, and the initials S and C. And these are the logo variations, so you can use any part by itself.
I see.
Full logo, typography. These are the fonts, and this is how I present my projects to my clients.
Nice.
I just need everyone to see this. Okay.
There's
Primary
another
font,
follower.
secondary font.
You guys relax. I know you love her. Just relax, please. Okay, and the
know.
colors. Okay.
This is the color palette, and I get my color palettes from Adobe Color.
Yes, same here.
You can go to the website color.adobe.com. You can pick any color palette you like and just click save. Once you click save, you get it in your library over here. And you can use the color. This is the color palette I use.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm a fool. I would screen capture, drag it in color. I pick it.
Yeah,
Like
that
an
would
idiot.
be faster, by the way.
Really?
But yeah, but this way you have it forever here in your library.
Your way is the professional way. What am I talking about? I do it the monkey way.
This is the color palette.
Yeah.
I provide the Pantone colors for specific color. Oh my God, the followers on Behance. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. They love you.
Okay. Started adding the background colors for the logo. And this is a light pattern design. I did 2 pattern design. One is the light colored. It is inspired from the star in his jewelry,
Oh, nice.
big and small.
Yes.
And I did this one, and I did another one, a darker one, inspired from a geometrical abstract design of a coffee bean.
Javier
Okay.
Lopez is saying she's dope. She's dope. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is an icon set.
Dang. okay. We gotta wrap the show
every
up.
time she talks,
Before
yeah.
You're gonna break the internet
And
here.
Yeah.
here's some
Ooh,
mock-ups.
wait, hold on. I need to see this.
Wow,
Hold on.
that's
Ooh,
nice. Love it.
Okay.
nice. The pattern.
This is the logo, the
Yes.
pattern, the seal
Turkish
design,
coffee.
the icon set, and also the stars are from his jewelry. You need everything to be consistent.
So complete.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, and the grid. I love it. And there's a T-shirt or a uniform. Wow. Okay.
And these are the cups.
This is never ending. She designed a store.
This is how I do it, Chris.
This is how you do it.
I
huh?
think she set the
You
bar
don't,
really high.
you don't go just a little bit. You go all the way.
all out.
You don't
Yeah.
just. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Can we jump into it? Yep.
This is the original logo.
Okay. Everybody, take a look
This
at the
is
original
the
logo.
final logo.
Okay. Hold on. Go back to the original logo. Everybody, take a look at the original, and I'm gonna say some things here. When you picked this, I was like, "Oh shoot, this is a really nice logo." I mean, I was a little nervous for you. I gotta say, I was nervous. Like, this is pretty nice. And then show us what you did.
Here we go.
Wow.
Big difference.
Big difference. I like it. Okay, everybody that's watching, 392 of you. The audience size has grown just a little bit. So has Hadeel's Behance following.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna cross the 100.
She even got the paper
last
cups.
thing,
Yes, one more
I'm
thing.
gonna mention
Yes.
is that I did some real mockups. I printed the design.
Are you killing us? Are you killing us? Marcus, what have you been doing with your life? No, I'm just kidding. Everybody's just doing what they got to do. All right. Everybody's on notice now. Everybody's on notice as to how far Hadeel has gone.
If any of the young guns are paying attention,
you know what
pay
she did?
attention.
Yeah, young guns, pay attention right now. She actually harvested her own beans and roasted them for this mock-up. There's no.
This is actually Photoshop. It's not real.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. It's fantastic. Okay, everybody, let us know which logo do you prefer. Do you prefer the original line drawing, or do you prefer what Hadeel has done with the 1,000 variations and applications and identity system that she's built? Which do you prefer? Let us know in the comments below. We do have to wrap up the show. It's at that time. Yes. I first want to thank both Marcus and Hadeel for doing this, you guys. They're excellent. Please do look them up. Follow them on Instagram, and you're already following her on Behance, but go ahead and do it. Now's the time to do it. Let the chimes go crazy right now. Look them up. Marcus Rentsch, Hadeel, Syed, Ahmad, right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
Woo. Okay, let's get out of here. You guys, if you're sitting there and you have a case of the FOMO, the fear of missing out, the way that you get your logo critiqued by one of our amazing team of logo therapists is you post it on Facebook under this pinned post right here. They'll comb through that. They'll pick something. Sometimes they're looking for a challenge. So don't worry. It's not that your logo is good or bad. It's just because they feel like they want to try something with what you're doing. Okay, now that we're at the end of the video, be sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Jonah cut to that late. Thank you very much, Jonah. And just big heartfelt thank to all of our sustaining members. The donation, if you will. The donation. Let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here. Thank you very much. Woo!
Thank you.